Fight like a roaring fight, crypto and dreams under stadium lights. Sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights, wild scores collide. It's the riot live tonight. Blades drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate. Rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait.
It is Thursday, April the 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. I adjust my screen there a little bit. Get my big ass head in there. Well, welcome to another edition of Early Sports Today with the Ginch. I'm Sid Ginch, your host Ryan Nitz here on the Cold County Entertainment Network. It was 82 degrees here yesterday. It's 48 degrees today. And Mother Nature can't make up her mind. But welcome. Thanks to the Ginch Quartet there. All kinds of stuff going on in the world of sports. Let's get to it, shall we? There's body cam footage of Tiger Woods' DUI arrest. Have you watched it? What do you think? Thoughts? Criticisms? Concerns? Reported by ESPN News Services, Tiger Woods expressed astonishment as he was handcuffed after crashing his SUV last week in Florida. Separate footage from the back seat of the patrol car shows the handcuff golfer hiccuping, yawning, and repeatedly appearing to nod off during the 15-minute ride. Woods' explanation was he had told authorities he was looking at his phone and changing the radio station when a speeding Land Rover clipped the back of a truck and rolled onto its side on a residential road in Jupiter Island. He said, "I looked down at my phone and all of a sudden, boom." Obviously, you don't want to incriminate yourself. Again, the first step in any recovery process is admitting you have a problem and admitting that you need help. Again, if you haven't seen the video, go check it out. Body cam footage shows Martin County Sheriff's Deputy Tatiana Levinar then conducting a roadside sobriety test and telling Woods, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired and you're under an unknown substance. So at this time, you're under arrest for DUI. Woods said, "I'm being arrested?" The officer says yes. After handcuffing Woods, authorities searched his pockets and found 2 white pills. Woods said, "That's a Norco. That's a painkiller. That contains acetaminophen and hydrocodone." Again, he was didn't have any alcohol in the system. But if you're addicted to painkillers, which I believe he is, again, the first step in the recovery process is admitting you have an issue and seeking treatment for it, which he's doing. So I hope he gets the help that he needs. And maybe he can choose alternative pain measures, such as pain management, other than hydrocodone or any of that stuff. Bad stuff. Bad stuff. Phil Mickelson is going to miss the Masters due to a family health matter. Reported by Mark Schlabach, ESPN. He just says he has to navigate a health matter, personal health matter. In a social media post on the X, Unfortunately, I will not play in the Masters tournament next week and will be out for an extended period of time as my family continues to navigate a personal health matter. I have great respect for Augusta National Golf Club, and it is definitely the most special week of the year. I wish everyone the best of luck and will be watching. No word on what the personal health matter is. That's obviously personal, but thoughts and prayers out to him. From the world of football, two-time All-Pro 2019 Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore is retiring from the NFL. Spent 13 years in the league. He just said, quote unquote, I have had an incredible 13 years in the league, and I cannot wait to see what this next chapter holds. He put on his Instagram. So he's obviously stepping away after a 13-year career. So the next chapter of his life begins. Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd said that he is not a multitasker. He's focused on Arizona, not the whole North Carolina basketball opening. So we'll see. We'll see what happens after the year's over, what he decides to do. World of College Basketball reported by the Associated Press. Elliot Kadu has rejoined the Wolverines after he had an allergic reaction. He was hospitalized for that allergic reaction. He said, I just ate something I was allergic to. That's all it says. So he has rejoined the team. World of Baseball, Associated Press reporting Trevor Bauer signs with Long Island Ducks for U.S. return. You remember he had to serve the 194-game suspension for violating Major League Baseball's domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy. He was never charged with the crime. Civil claims against him were settled. So keep an eye on that. So those are some of the major headlines from today in the world of sports. The world of the NFL. The Raiders have signed Kirk Cousins. Okay. It'll pay the four-time Pro Bowler $20 million in guaranteed money in 2026. Deal also includes a club option for 2 years at $80 million. It can be worth up to, what does it say here? $172 million over 5 years. Okay. We're going to pay that money to Kirk Cousins. You're going to bring in Fernando Mendoza. I've said before, I'm still not sold on the Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza with the #1 pick. You bring in Cousins. Maybe it's trade bait. Maybe there's a deal out there for the Raiders. You bring in Cousins, obviously. Maybe there's a deal where a team would want to trade up and sacrifice some picks. It just seems fishy to me. That's all. Some of the stuff I went over the other day. Fanatics has taken over exclusive NFL trading card license. Go figure. And some of this other stuff I've already been through. NBA news. Detroit Pistons, Kate Cunningham, he's out at least another week. I have a feeling that they're just going to sit him out for the rest of the regular season, and hopefully he'll be ready for the playoffs. Again, if you don't know, we are in the final week of NBA and NHL. Scores from yesterday in the association. Would have been April Fool's Day, by the way. It was a heavy slate yesterday. 76ers absolutely destroyed the Wizards 153 to 131. If you had the over in that game, congratulations. 76ers leading scorer was Tyrese Maxey. Leading scorer for the Wizards, Anthony Gill, 21 points off the bench. Hawks beat the Magic 130 to 101. Leading scorer for the Hawks, Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 32 points. Jalen Johnson, 18 points, 14 boards. Dyson Daniels, 15 points, 13 boards. For the Orlando Magic, the leading scorer off the bench was Jamal Cain with 17 points. The Celtics scored 53 points in the first quarter yesterday, and then they cruised to I'm not going to say cruise, but it was 147, 129 over the Heat. Leading scorer for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown, had 43 points. Jason Tatum, triple-double, 25 points, 18 boards, 11 assists. For the Miami Heat, your leading scorer was Bam Adebayo with 29 points. He had 10 boards. The Knicks beat the Grizzlies 130 to 119. Leading scorer for the Knicks was OG Anunoby, 25 points. He had 13 boards. Karl Towns, 20 points, 11 boards. For the Grizzlies, Gigi Jackson, 20 points. Kings beat the Raptors 123 to 115. Leading score for the Kings, Precious Achiuwa and DeMar DeRozan each had 29 or 28 points. Achiuwa, 19 boards. Nice night. Toronto Raptors, your leading scorer was RJ Barrett and Colin Murray Boyles each had 20 points apiece. As we follow the bouncing ball, Pacers beat the Bulls 145 to 126. Again, no defense in the National Basketball Association. That's why it has to be a really good game on for me to watch. Pascal Siakam had 25 points for the Pacers and for the Bulls. Leading scorer was Gershon Yabusele, 20 points. The Rockets beat the Bucks 119 to 113. Leading scorer for the Bucks, Ousmane Dieng had 36 points. Jericho Sims, 20 boards. For the Rockets, leading scorer was Reed Shepherd. He dropped 27. Nuggets beat the Jazz 130 to 117. Leading scorer for the Nuggets was Jamal Murray with 37 points. Jokic had a triple-double. That's all you need to know. For the Jazz, leading scorer was Bryce Sensabaugh. He had 28 points. And Kyle Filipowski added 25 points and 12 boards. Spurs beat the Warriors 127-113. Leading scorer for the Spurs, Wemby, obviously, he had a double-double. He had 41 points. Leading scorer for the Warriors, Nate Williams, had 18 points. On the slate today, right now, early in the first, the Suns over the Hornets 14-12. Just tipped off, Pistons up on the Timberwolves 4-1. Later on, Lakers at the Thunder, Cavs at the Warriors, Pelicans at the Trailblazers, and the Spurs are at the Clippers. Go to the NHL. Scores from yesterday: the Canucks touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They beat the Avalanche 8-6. The Kings beat the Blues in overtime 2-1. The Sharks beat the Ducks 4-3. Heavy slate tonight in the NHL. All in the first. All scoreless. Sabres, Senators, Penguins, Lightning, Bruins at the Panthers, Canadians, Rangers, Red Wings, Flyers. Early in the first, right now, the Hurricanes are up on the Blue Jackets 1-0. Later on, Capitals at the Devils, the Jets at the Stars, the Canucks at the Wild, the Blackhawks at the Oilers. Flames at the Golden Knights, the Maple Leafs at the Sharks, the Mammoth at the Kraken. Predators are at the Kings. Colorado Avalanche, Nathan MacKinnon, he is first player this year to reach 50 goals this season. Mr. Makar, he's going to miss at least another few games. Alex Ovechkin, he's extended his record with his 20th 30-goal season. There you have it. There are teams today that could clinch playoffs in the NHL. Sabres, Hurricanes, and Wild all on playoff clinching watch. Major League Baseball. Scores from yesterday, as it was a heavy slate, Major League Baseball yesterday. Braves beat the Athletics 5-1. The Orioles over the Rangers 8-3. The Pirates beat the Reds 8-3. The Pirates are 3-3. That won't last. Final in 10, the Phillies beat the Nationals 6-5. Final in 10, the Rockies beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Final, obviously, Marlins blanked the White Sox 10-0. The Marlins 5-1 early on. Final in 11 innings, the Cardinals beat the Mets 2-1. Brewers beat the Rays 8-2. Brewers 5-1 early on. Astros beat the Red Sox 6-4. Red Sox struggling. Cubs beat the Angels 6-2. Diamondbacks over the Tigers 1-0. Tigers struggling early. Yankees are 5-1. They beat the Mariners 5-3. Padres beat the Giants 7-1. Royals outlasted the Twins 13-9. Twins struggling. And the Guardians beat the Dodgers 4-1. Light slate tonight, early today. Royals beat the Twins beat the Royals 5-1. Later on, the Braves are at the Diamondbacks, the Mets are at the Giants, and postponed because of weather. It's nasty out there in the Midwest. Blue Jays, White Sox postponed. Makeup date is tomorrow. Some of the news and notes from Major League Baseball I went over the other day. Nothing really all that new. NCAA women, again, your Final Four kick off tomorrow. 7 p.m., South Carolina and UConn. And then at 9:30 p.m., it is Texas against UCLA. I'm going to go UConn and UCLA in the final, and I've got UConn winning the national championship. Again, someone will have to prove to me that they can beat UConn. UConn is undefeated. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for them to win the next couple of games. I just think South Carolina, Texas, UCLA, whoever they play, going to have to play a perfect game. The world of soccer. UEFA Women's Champions League. 2 games today. Barcelona blank Real Madrid 6-0. Barcelona advances on aggregate 12-2. And OL Lioness beat VfL Wolfsburg 4-0. Lioness advances on aggregate 4-1. There are no Premier League games this weekend. But there is the English FA Cup. And on Saturday, Man City will host Liverpool. Chelsea hosts Port Vale. Vale. And Southampton hosts Arsenal. That is on Saturday. Then on Easter Sunday, West Ham will host Leeds. We are down to the final, probably I think it's 6 weeks of the Premier League. If you're keeping score, the top 4 from the Premier League make Champions League for the next year. Right now, Arsenal has a 9-point cushion over Man City in second. They have a 15-point cushion on Man United in third. And they have a 16-point cushion on Aston Villa, who are fourth. If the season ended today, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolverhampton would all be relegated. There are only 4 points separating 15th to 18th. And if Tottenham really wants to not get relegated, which I didn't think I'd ever see, they better do some business and really fired their manager. Brought in some new fresh blood. Have to see what happens. World of Golf, we are 1 week away from the Masters. PGA Tour is the Valero Texas Open, as it always is before the Masters down there in San Antonio, Texas. Players are still on the course, but Tony Finau, Davis Thompson, and Stephen Fisk, each with 6 under 66s today. LPGA Tour is in Las Vegas, Nevada. There are golfers still on the course. In the clubhouse, 5 under 67s, Lauren Coughlin, Nasa Hateoka, and Miyu Yamashita are in the clubhouse. Senior PGA Championship Tour, 2 weeks. They will kick back off. Liv will kick back off in 2 weeks. DP World Champion, that will kick off in another 3 weeks. The Corn Ferry Tour down there at Lakewood Ranch, Florida, at the Lakecomb Sun Coast Classic. Firing at 62, 9 under today was Hunter Eichhorn. He leads in the clubhouse. The NASCAR Cup Series this week has off for Easter. Oh, I forgot to do this. The NIT basketball tournament, which really I don't even know why they have it anymore. Semifinal today, right now in the first. Tulsa's up on New Mexico, 16-12. Later on, Illinois State will take on Auburn. Let's go to some other college sports, shall we? Let's go to the women. College football scoreboard or college softball scoreboard. Top 25. Right now, bottom of the fifth, number 8, Tennessee is beating South Carolina 2-1. Number 9, UCLA in the top of the fourth, up on Hawaii 4-3. Bottom of the fourth, number 10, Florida State up on Notre Dame 5-1. Bottom of the fifth, Clemson up on top of number 12 ranked Virginia 4-2. Bottom of the fifth, number 19 Duke leads number 17 Virginia 2-zip. Bottom of the third, number 25 UCF destroying Utah 13-0. Top of the first, number 23 Arizona State up on Kansas 1-0. Bottom of the second, number 1 Texas up on number 5 Alabama 1-0. Top of the second, number 2 Texas Tech up on BYU 3-1. Bottom of the second, number 11 Georgia and number 15 Texas A&M are scoreless. Top of the second, number 20 LSU up on Mizzou 1-0. Later on, you have number 14 Washington and number 24 Stanford. Kentucky travels to take on number 3 Oklahoma. Earlier today, St. Mary's beat number 14th ranked Washington 5-2. Final, number 23 Arizona State over Kansas 8-5. And there you have it. Let's see what else for the women. What else for the women here? I'm looking. Well, let's go to the men. College baseball. Top 25 action. Top of the ninth. Number 10 Virginia up on number 7 Florida State 4-3. Bottom of the fourth, number 22 Boston College leads number 6 North Carolina 2-1. Bottom of the second, number 8 Southern Miss over Old Dominion 4-zip. Bottom of the fourth, number 4 Coastal Carolina all over South Alabama 8-0. As I go down the list here. Top of the second, number 2 Texas and South Carolina are scoreless. Bottom of the first, number 5 Georgia over 4th ranked Mississippi 1-0. Top of the second, number 9 Oregon State up on Lamar 1-0. Top of the second, number 17 Arkansas, number 18 Auburn scoreless. Top of the second, Vanderbilt up on top of the 20th ranked Texas A&M 2-zip. Later on, number 16 Alabama and number 11 Oklahoma. Number 3 Georgia Tech is at Cal. Number 25 Arizona State at Arizona. Earlier today, final in 7 innings, Michigan blanking number 16 or 15th ranked Oregon 10-0. Beat down. What else? Okay, so it brings me to the final 4 for the men. And by the way, I will be live doing a watch along party, College Basketball National Championship, Monday, Leaf and Bean Cigar Lounge over there in Florence, New Jersey. Stop on out, watch the game, have a stove, BYOB. So, I've said I think the winner between the Arizona-Michigan game will go on to win the national title. I picked Arizona to win the national title. I'm not going to deviate from that now. I've got Arizona beating Michigan very close. And 2-seeded UConn against 3-seeded Illinois. Went back and forth on this game. Illinois was one of my sleeper picks. As much as I think UConn has the pedigree the last 3, 4 years, there's just something about this Illinois team. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go with the mild upset. I have Arizona playing Illinois Monday night for the national title game. I am not going to make my pick. I will make my pick Monday night. But I think Illinois, it's just a gut feeling, and Arizona both win on Saturday tomorrow, which sets up the championship game on Monday. So I think I'm going to end it there. Check out my man Mike Fuji Fiordimando. 8 o'clock, Fuji's Philly Flair. He has Mr. Harry Callis' son on. And I always forget his name. Let me pull it up because I'm a dumbass. Kane Callis. He'll be on with Fuji, 8 o'clock here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. But again, it was 82 degrees here yesterday in the Northeast, and now it's 45 degrees out. So we can't make it smart. Then all weekend it's supposed to be in the 70s. Yeah. Then next week it's going to be in the 50s and 60s. So you figure it out. You figure it out because I can't figure it out. Mother Nature's just being a crab. She's crabby. So, again, enjoy the rest of the weekend's festivities as far as sports go. Major League Baseball's kicked in full swing now. NBA, NHL regular season winding down. Women's college basketball, men's college basketball coming to the conclusion. Really, everything is going to be ramped up here with the NBA and the NHL playoffs coming up. It's a good time of the year. I'm a football guy, and I'm an NHL guy, and I'm a NASCAR guy. So, whatever you're watching, enjoy it. Enjoy the beautiful weather in the Northeast this weekend because it is going to be fantastic. So, with all that being said, as I said at the end of each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do, no matter what it is. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for Christ's sake, if you see somebody struggling in whatever fashion they're struggling with, inquire, ask questions. How can you help? How can you get them help? Because it might not just be saving a life, it might be saving a multitude of lives. So, again, enjoy the weekend, everybody. I'm out. There's only one thing left for me to do, and that's for Dandy Don Meredith to take me out. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.